The reader doesn't hesitate. That's how you know it's serious. They don't squint. They don't pull another clarifier. They don't sigh and say something annoying like, let's stay open. No, they smile, slowly, knowingly. They tap the card like it just told them a secret about you specifically, and they say it. There's love in the air. Not love eventually. Not love conceptually. Not love if you keep healing your inner child and stop checking their Instagram. Love. In the air. Present tense. Atmospheric. Breathable. You feel your nervous system sit up like it just heard its name called at graduation. Because you're ready. You've done the work. You've deleted the apps. You've journaled until your wrists cramped. You forgave people who didn't apologize. You even bought a new outfit that says, I'm no longer available for character development. You walk outside differently now, like someone whose life is about to begin in a more obvious way. And later at the grocery store, it hits you. This must be where it happens. Because where else would love be hiding except somewhere deeply inconvenient and fluorescent lighting? You grab a basket, but not casually, intentionally, like someone who might need to set it down quickly when destiny approaches. You move through produce slowly, openly, your face relaxed but alert, available but not desperate, mysterious but approachable. You make eye contact with strangers in a way that suggests, I am capable of recognizing you if you are, in fact, the one. A woman near the avocado looks up. You hold her gaze half a second too long, and she looks away. Not her. Well, that's fine. You weren't attached. You continue. Your senses are heightened now. Every moment feels symbolic, and every near collision feels like choreography. Your body hums with the subtle electricity of someone who has been warned in advance. You turn into aisle 11, and there he is, standing halfway down, still, looking directly at you, not glancing, not browsing, staring. Your stomach drops in a cinematic way you've always suspected it could. Your brain immediately begins assembling evidence. The reader said love was in the air. You were guided to come here today. You never even shop on Wednesdays. This is how it happens. An ordinary moment, an extraordinary recognition. You slow your walk, pretending to examine a box of pasta you don't want. He doesn't look away. This is promising. You can feel the version of your life that begins here, pressing gently against the current one. You wonder what your story will sound like when you tell it later. We met in aisle 11. You almost laugh. Of course you did. And of course it would be somewhere mundane, because fate loves irony. He shifts slightly, still watching you. Your chest tightens and you consider smiling, not fully, just enough, an offering, a signal, a doorway. You lift your eyes again and you hold it. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3. He suddenly squints. Not at you, past you. You turn slightly. There's just a sign behind you. Buy one, get one free. He walks toward you. Your heart begins to sprint. This is happening. This is actually happening. He stops, right beside you. Reaches past your shoulder and grabs a jar of pasta sauce. You freeze. He doesn't acknowledge you. He doesn't pause. He doesn't recognize the magnitude of what almost occurred. He just walks away, just like that. You stand there holding dry spaghetti, feeling like you accidentally walked into the wrong movie. You blink, and your body doesn't know what to do with all the readiness it's prepared. You feel vaguely ridiculous and also strangely calm. Because here's the one thing the reader didn't say explicitly but implied with their tone. Love is in the air doesn't mean love is obligated to land on the first available surface. It means you become someone who can feel it, who can detect it, who can imagine it without flinching. You realize something. 2 months ago, you wouldn't have looked up. You wouldn't have held eye contact. You wouldn't have even considered the possibility. You would have stayed safely inside your own containment field of assumption. But today you were available. Not to him, to the moment, to the idea that your life could change without warning. And maybe that's the point. You keep walking, past aisle 11, past the frozen foods, past the version of yourself who believed love required certainty before participation. At checkout, the cashier smiles at you in a normal human way. You smile back, not because you're their soulmate, but because you're no longer hiding from the possibility. You leave the store with your groceries and your unanswered prophecy, and outside the air feels exactly the same and completely different, because now you know. Love isn't just the person who recognizes you. It's also the version of you who's finally willing to be seen, even in aisle 11, even when it's nothing, and even when it's everything.